Parshas Pinchas. Pinchas is the grandson of Aaron Cohen, the high priest, Moses' brother, right? But he himself was not a priest. He was not a Cohen. It says that when the kahuna was given out, when the priesthood was given to Aaron and his sons, one of his sons, Elazar, already had a son, Pinchas. So he didn't get the kahuna as well, the priesthood. So end of last week's Parsha, Parshas Balak, says that Zimri, the head of the tribe of Shimon, was going to desecrate Hashem's honor, and Pinchas saw this and he took action. It says, Vayikach Raimach biyadai, he took a spear in his hand and he went in and killed Zimri in the act of desecrating Hashem, God. So in the beginning of this parsha, he says that because Pinchas did this, he avenged Hashem's honor. Hashem then in turn didn't need to punish the Jewish people with the plague that was going on, and as a result, he's blessing Pinchas with a covenant, with his covenant. And then it says, V'haisa loy ulazarei acharav, that he and his descendants after him will be, it says, bris kahunas olam, will be included in the covenant of the priesthood. Okay? So he elevates from a person who is not a priest to become this status of a priest. So how he gets this kahuna. So it says in the Kli Yakar, Kli Yakar says that, points out that in the pasuk that describes Vayikach Raimach biyada, he takes a spear in his hand. The word Raimach, spear, is normally spelled Reish Vav Mem Ches, but in this pasuk it's spelled without the Vav, it's just Reish Mem Ches, which Kli Yakar brings out is a remez to Ramach. So the numerical value of the word Ramach or Roimach in this instance is 248, which he says, the Kli Yakar says, is an allusion to the 248 limbs of the person or organs of the person. So it says in the Tanya Kadisha, in the Tanya, that the 248 limbs or organs of a person correlate to the 248 positive commandments. Right, there's 613 commandments in total, and 248 of those are positive commandments. It says when a person engages in the 248 positive commandments, they're engaged in the act of embracing or hugging God. They become joined with God. And he goes on to explain that when a person is hugging Hashem with this embrace through the 248 mitzvahs, it goes even deeper than that. It says when we do a mitzvah, we say a bracha on a mitzvah. We say a blessing. And we say, Asher kedeshanu b'mitzvaysav, to that you sanctify us, right? You make us holy with your mitzvahs, with your commandments. He says that, what does this mean to make holy? The word kadosh signifies separation, to become separated from the mundane and given to Hashem, right? As he says, Vasisim kol mitzvaysai kedoshim le'lekechem, that you, when you do my commandments, you become separated for Hashem or to Hashem. Ani Hashem le'lekecha, I am your God. He says that this is the idea that when we engage in these 248 mitzvahs and we become connected to Hashem, we become so connected because He is now our God. I am your God, and we become connected. And he says that Kiddishanu, he brings that Gemara that says that Kiddishanu is from the Lashon Kiddushin, which is a betrothal. That when a man becomes married to his wife, he says that you are now separated from the world and you are one with me. And it says Davek Be'ishtoi, you become connected and cleaves to his wife. V'hayu lebasar echad, and they become one flesh. So too, when we engage in the 248 mitzvahs, the positive commandments of Hashem, we become one with God. So much so that it used to be in that Chazal, it says in the Gemara that the sages enacted that when a person is doing a mitzvah, everybody in his presence is supposed to stand because Hashem is there. Hashem is in that person, And even though the person may not feel it and the people may not be aware of it, that's the reality. And so as a kavod, as an honor to Hashem, everyone has to rise when someone's doing a mitzvah. That's how connected we become to Hashem. It says in the Hayom Yom that the Alter Rebbe once heard his wife, the Rebbetzin, outside his room speaking with some of her friends, and she says, "Mine zog," that my husband, meaning mine, said, whatever she was saying, and then the Alter Rebbe said, by one mitzvah, by one commandment, I'm yours. How much more so? How many mitzvahs are we Hashem's?